Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing? So I have been asked so much in the last couple of months to put up videos of Mike Trout and Bryce Harper, the two phenoms, um, and to go over some of their hitting mechanics. So today we're just going to combine them both into the same video and talk a little bit about some of the unique things that they do that I think really help them become great hitters, other than all their physical characteristics that are just off the charts, obviously. But I want to focus on one main thing because they both do it and they actually look pretty similar at parts of their swing. So we're going to kind of look at how each one of them does certain things, compare them, contrast them, all that good stuff. The thing I want to focus on today is the stride and separation parts of their swing. So we'll start with Mike Trout, and actually first we'll just play through one at a time so we can take a look at it. So there's Trout. And there's Harper. So we're not going to go over every single aspect of their swings because, we've made so many videos in the past that hit on different areas of the swing, hundreds of hours of video that we've thrown on YouTube. So we're not going to spend another hour going over all of it. So if you want to see specific parts, go check that out. But like I said, we're going to check out basically from this point on in the swing and see how they create a lot of their energy, how they're able to hit the ball so far. I mean, both of these guys are known for a lot of different parts of their game. Obviously, they're extremely athletic. They have great arms. They can run, all kinds of stuff. They have tons of power. They can hit for average. Today, I want to look at how they generate that bat speed. How are they able to hit the ball so far? And they both do it in pretty similar ways. If you look at them right here, they both have leg kicks. And they both kind of look the same right here, the way that they're lifting their leg. The biggest thing that they do, and if you talk to coaches at younger levels, a lot of coaches aren't going to let players do this. But when you watch big league players, all of them have some type of linear move or positive move, whatever you want to call it, a move towards the pitcher. Now, some guys do it bigger than others. These guys have leg kicks, and they really move. They really make a positive move toward the pitcher. Some guys you're going to see don't make it as much, but everybody makes it, and you need to be able to make it if you want to create some bat speed in your swing and have the swing work the way it needs to work. So first, let's see what these guys do. So if we take it from this point, and again, if I put the arrow right here, the cursor on Mike Trout's head, I want you to watch this positive move that he's going to make towards the pitcher. So if I start rolling this, here's the move. Bang. So he hasn't swung yet. That's basically just his stride. So he's going to, from here, he loads back, he lifts his leg, and now he's going to stride, separate, and create something to hit with. Okay. If we watch Bryce Harper, again, he's going to, so he picks his leg up, he goes back, he loads back, he picks his leg up. If I put the cursor on his head, we're going to see him now start to transfer, start to move forward, make that positive move, separate his hands back, create a huge amount of separation, a huge amount of torque, and then he lands, and now he's going to start to rotate. But you see the move that both players make. Both players don't just pick up, put down, stay in the same spot. Both players load themselves back to the backside, gather, and then move towards the pitcher. And actually, both guys almost look, it's a smaller version of a move that you would see a pitcher make, where, again, so they load back, they gather, you can see bent knee in the back as the weight is collected back there, and now you'll see his back leg actually start to extend and straighten out a little bit as he makes that move off of his backside towards the pitcher. And the same thing with Mike Trout. You'll see him gather his weight back onto his back leg, he lifts, and now the same thing, he moves, and you're going to see his leg go from really bent, he's going to start to move, his leg gets a little bit more straightened and extended, bang, and then he lands. So this is the move. You'll hear a lot of coaches, again, at younger levels, talk about loading back. But why are we loading back? The reason that we're loading ourselves and getting ourselves gathered back is so that we then can take that weight, we can move forward and transfer it from the backside to the front side as we move and then rotate. And that's how we shift our weight and hit. So that's why we're gathering it back, is so that we can move it forward. And it's okay to move forward. As long as you keep your head in the middle of your body, and you'll see both of these guys do it. As they move, their head stays in the middle, they stay athletic, they stay balanced, but they're moving. And again, this is something you're going to see. This is something you're going to see with most major league hitters. Maybe not to this extreme, because not everyone has a big leg kick, but you're going to see some type of move like this from just about every hitter in the big leagues. Okay, the second thing, another reason why this is so crucial in developing bat speed is because it allows them to get separated. What do I mean by getting separated? So when we load and when we get separated, it's when we move ourselves forward and we allow this distance from our hands to our front side. Let's say you attach a rubber band from your hands to, say, your front foot. This distance right here, you're going to increase it. As you move forward, you're going to let your hands settle and set back. And most major league hitters, you're going to see their hands basically just over their back foot, right? So again, we'll take Harper. Here's the distance here, and now you're going to watch him stretch it as he moves forward. Hands settle back, and his hands actually get really high. You actually don't see you won't see many players in the big leagues actually start to swing from a hands this high. You'll see guys start up here, but you typically won't see guys land and then start to swing and actually start to rotate with their hands this high. That's one unique aspect of Harper that he does. Most guys, you're going to find their hands somewhere in this area: armpit, shoulder level height. Even Trout carries his hands probably a little bit higher than most guys, but Harper gets way up there. But again, the big reason for separating is you can really see the torque that is created and this separation from top half and the bottom half. So as he moves, he gets his hands back, and you're going to see, if you look at his shirt here, you can see how tight it gets, right? So here it is, it lays flat. As he starts to separate, boom, you can see that amount of torque. And you're going to see this allows his bottom half to work first. This is what, you'll hear a lot of guys say that power comes from the bottom half, right? You got to use your legs. You got to use your bottom half. You've heard that a bunch of times. Well, what does that mean, to use your bottom half? So you got to stride and separate, and that allows you to now use, you've taken this torque, and it allows you to now use it. This is where you get bat speed from. So now his bottom half is allowed to work. You can see how that's working. He's rotating. But because he's separated, because he's got his hands back, the bat isn't going to be the very first thing that gets into the zone. The bottom half's going to work, and now the hands and the upper body, all of that time, it builds up your energy so that now you can whip the bat through the zone, right? Again, separate back. Now as you start to rotate, the bottom half starts to rotate, the back elbow starts to drop into slot. You can see how much the back knee is driven down and rotated. The bat is still lagging, right? It's not the first thing to hit. This is where you get bat speed from. This is how you're able to hit the ball 450, and in Harper's case, 500 feet, right? Boom. And these are the mechanics you're going to see in major league hitters. This is why they're able to hit the ball so far. Yes, they're big and strong, but they know how to use their bodies really well. So here it is, stride and separate, hands are back, bottom half's going to start to work, elbow gets into its slot, then the back can lag, and hit. So, two really talented guys, two guys that are able to use their bodies really well, two guys that have pretty similar swings when you look at it. When you stop it at certain points, when you watch how they use their bodies, some of the key things that they're able to do that most major league hitters, again, are going to be able to do, and maybe unique to what most people think happens in the swing. When you break it down, when you slow it down, maybe busting a couple of myths out there that a lot of people have with regard to the swing. these are the type of mechanics that you're going to see in most major league hitters. If you really want to create a ton of bat speed, if you want to be one of the better hitters in the world. So let me know if you have any questions. Put your comments in the section below. I'm sure we'll have a lot of comments. Nothing probably brings up comments more than when you start talking about hitting mechanics, because there's so many different views and everyone has a slightly different opinion of how the swing is supposed to work. So let me know your comments in the section below. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. I think I got all of them. We'll talk to you later.